Hey guys, welcome back to another great how-to video from Top Dog Tips. You might hear a little rumble of thunder in the background. We just had a little thunderstorm come through, so don't let that distract you. Today I'm going to show you how to choose the best dog leash for your pet. So there are four things that you want to think about when you're considering the best dog leash, and the first one is the purpose. What are you going to be using it for? Are you hiking with your dog, jogging? Is it for daily walks? The second one's going to be the material, what it's made out of, how durable is it, how durable do you need it to be? Is your dog a chewer? Is he going to need like a chain leash that's going to be extremely strong because he's an aggressive chewer? Do you just need maybe leather or a double-stitched nylon leash, something that's going to be strong? Do you have a little small dog like Molly who's well behaved on a leash so you don't need to worry as much about the durability of the leash itself? So there's a lot to figure out there, and you need to think about that. You also want to think about the length of the leash. What length is going to be appropriate for what you're doing? If you're walking on, like, say, a walking trail in your town, you go early in the morning, there's hardly ever any other dogs there, and you want your dog to have a little bit of space, maybe a retractable leash might be right for you. Those can get 30, 40 feet long. If you're walking down city streets quite often, you're going to want a nice short leash, something that's maybe 4 or 6 feet long, so consider that. And lastly, the hardware. So you want to think about the material that the hardware is made out of. If you buy a cheap leash with a plastic clasp, it's probably not going to hold your dog very well, and it might break, especially if you have a large dog, if you have a dog that pulls, anything like that. So you want to think about that hardware. You need stainless steel. What about the clasp itself? Do you have a dog that tries to wiggle and get off of his leash? You're going to need something that really securely fastens. So that's the other thing you want to look at. And of course, the most popular thing, the reason why I'm doing this video, what you really need to know is the type of leash that's going to be best for your dog. So I'm going to start with a standard leash, and that's what I usually use for Molly. And Molly's pretty pooped out today, but she's wearing her harness, and this is her standard leash. And as you can tell, this leash is 6 feet long, so it gives her a little bit of space to roam, but not a whole lot. I take that back. I'm sorry. This leash is actually 4 feet long. So it gives her a little bit of room. It's got the traditional handle here, and this works great for us because typically when I walk Molly, we live out in the country, so we're always going somewhere. We might be in town, we might be going to the vet, so I want to keep her very close to me. So that's a standard leash, and these are really ideal for just about every dog, no matter what the purpose. So if you're stuck and you can't figure it out, a standard leash is going to be a good option. Standard leashes do come in multiple different styles. This one has a little bungee in the middle. These are great for dogs that might pull when they're excited. These are good for large dogs that get a little excited on their walks, things like that. If you have a strong puller, you're going to want to actually look for a leash that is designed for dogs that pull, and they're called no-pull leashes. Some of them go around the waist and they tighten, some of them go around the head and they tighten. So when your dog pulls, there's some kind of tightening that's uncomfortable for him, and he learns not to do that. So if you have a dog and you've tried training him not to pull on a leash and it's just not working, you can try one of those no-pull leashes. We also have a retractable leash, and again, Molly's not really going to help me out much today, but I can show you what it's like if I walk away from her. We've all seen this pretty standard retractable leash. They usually have a brake on them so that your dog can only go so far and then you can hit the brake. And these are, I don't recommend these for any dog ever. And the reason for that is because this retractable cord is very dangerous. It can give you a burn if it slides through your fingers. It can give your dog a burn if it gets tangled around him. It can cut off circulation if it happens to get tangled around your dog's leg or around his neck. So really, I don't recommend these. If you have, these are usually only good for dogs like less than 50 pounds. So if you have a small dog, they're very well behaved on a leash, you frequently walk maybe at the dog park or somewhere with a big open area where your dog's going to have plenty of room and he's not going to get tangled around things. Really, if you use a retractable leash, it's going to be up to you to make sure that you are 100% paying attention to your dog. If you're walking with a friend, you're walking with multiple pets, this is not a good option. If your eyes are on your friend or your eyes are on your other dog and your first dog gets tangled in this cord, it's going to be really bad for both of you. So I don't highly recommend retractable leashes. There are certainly instances where they work, but that would not be my first choice for any dog in any situation. The other one, and this kind of goes with the no-pull collars like I talked about, this is a martingale leash, and what happens with this one is you kind of have a built-in collar and a loop on this end of the leash. And what's going to happen is that when your dog pulls, this will tighten up his collar. As he pulls, the collar tightens. When he relaxes, the collar can loosen back up a little bit. So, if you put it around your dog and it's like this, then he pulls and it's going to kind of tighten that collar. So these are, designed for dogs that pull, and that's something that you want to look at. Again, like I said, if you're having a hard time training your dog not to pull, a martingale collar or a no-pull collar, a no-pull leash, would be your best bet. So if you have any questions, be sure to email me, and hopefully this answers your question of how to choose the right leash for your dog. Thanks for checking out this video. For more information, jump onto our website, www.topdogtips.com. You can also find all of the latest posts shared on our social media channels. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Of course, you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date with all of our video guides and product reviews, how-to videos, and all the great videos that we share on Top Dog Tips. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you back next time.